Take a look at this, huh? Well, take a look. We've been talking about the Dragon Ball Z shit, huh? Right? Now look at it. Again, another video manifested showing you multiple spheres in the atmosphere. Multiple celestial beings in the atmosphere. This is the other solar system that is coming for us. That is coming to flip shit around. This is the pole shift. You can see why they are afraid. You see? They are the ones that are really in fear. They are the ones that are projecting their fear upon us. They know that the world that they have created for us, this enslavement, this light cold lockdown, is coming to an end. So they are underground, trying to preserve so they continue on into the next world. But this is it for the chosen one, the ones who have chosen themselves. This is the time to make a wish. Dragon Ball Z shit. Multiple objects in the atmosphere. Time to make a wish. I love y'all. Let's get it. Peace. And then just yesterday, we showed y'all the Schumann resonance and what it was doing. And we've never seen anything like this before. And then we showed y'all and that this is upgrades from Mother Earth and that it parallels our DNA. So you see, she's getting upgraded and you are getting upgraded. Macroverse, microverse. And your cells are doing the same thing as well. So this lockdown that's happening, it needs to happen. But it's not for us, it's for them. I've been telling y'all all darkness must come to the light. Well, what kind of darkness can hide from this many light? Let's get it, love y'all.
The moon is bigger than it should be, apparently older than it should be, and much lighter in mass than it should be. It occupies an unlikely orbit and is so extraordinary that all existing explanations for its presence are fraught with difficulties, and none of them could be considered remotely watertight. And honest scientists will tell you they have no bloody clue where the moon come from, and it shouldn't, by physics, be there. A Russian professor of biochemistry did a lot of writing on this sort of stuff, and he said this, quite rightly. We cannot help but come to the conclusion that the moon by rights ought not to be there. The fact that it is one of those strokes of luck almost too good to accept. Small planets such as Earth with weak gravitational fields might well lack satellites. In general then, when a planet does have satellites, those satellites are much smaller than the planet itself. Therefore, even if the Earth has a satellite, there would be every reason to suspect that at best it would be a tiny world, perhaps 30 miles in diameter. But that is not so. Earth not only has a satellite, but it is a giant satellite, 2,160 miles in diameter. How is it then that that tiny Earth has one? Amazing. The best explanation for the moon is observational error. The moon doesn't exist, that scientist said. Another one from NASA. It seems easier to explain the non-existence of the moon than its existence. And then we get the hollow moon. This is what I'm saying, and others have said, is that it's a hollowed-out planetoid. In November 1969, the moon was hit by a lunar module to the equivalent of 1 ton of TNT. The shock waves built up, and NASA scientists said the moon rang like a bell. Maurice Ewing, a co-director of the seismic experiment, told the news conference, as for the meaning of it, I'd rather not make an interpretation right now, but it is as though someone had struck a bell, say in the belfry of a church, a single blow, and found that the reverberation from it continued for 30 minutes. It got a bigger smack eventually, which I'll come to. Frank Press from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, said that for a rather small impact to produce an effect that lasted for 30 minutes was quite beyond the range of our experience. This is a guy called Gordon MacDonald. He said in the early 1960s, it would seem that the moon is more like a hollow than a homogeneous sphere. And this guy from MIT said the lunar orbiter experiments had vastly improved knowledge of the moon's gravitational field and indicated the frightening possibility that the moon might be hollow. Two Russian scientists from the Soviet Academy of Scientists wrote an article in 1970 in Sputnik magazine in Russia headed, "Is the moon the creation of an alien intelligence?" And all these years later, it indicates to the fact that they were right. What they point out, and others point out, is the outer surface of the moon is extremely hard and contains minerals like titanium. Moon rocks have been found to contain processed metals, including brass and mica. and the elements uranium-236 and neptunium-237 that have never been found to occur naturally. Uranium-236 is a long-lived radioactive nuclear waste and is found in spent nuclear fuel and reprocessed uranium. Neptunium-237 is a radioactive metallic element and a byproduct of nuclear reactors and the production of plutonium. Some lunar rocks have been found to contain 10 times more titanium than titanium-rich rocks on Earth. Titanium is used in supersonic jets, deep-diving submarines, and spacecraft. Dr. Harold Urey, the winner of the Nobel Prize for Chemistry, said he was terribly puzzled by the rocks from the moon and in particular their titanium content. He said the samples were mind-blowers and that he could not account for the titanium. The two Russian scientists said in their article, if a material had to be devised to protect a giant artificial satellite from the unfavorable effects of temperature from the cosmic radiation and meteorite bombardment, the experts would probably have hit upon precisely these refractory metals. Refractory metals are incredibly resistant to heat and wear.
Quantum stealth. Invisibility technology was created by Hyperstealth Biotechnology Corp. and has been dubbed a real-life Harry Potter invisibility cloak. The quantum stealth, as it's more commonly called, can obscure objects, making them appear invisible. The sheet is made of light-bending material and boasts the use of something called broadband invisibility. The technology could be used to hide anything from ships to vehicles to spacecraft.
I'm Guy Kramer, President and CEO of Hyperstealth Biotechnology Corporation, and in 2010 I figured out invisibility. Quantum stealth is a patent-pending light-bending material that works by bending the light so that only the background is visible and a target, such as a person, is removed from view when behind this material.
This very strange video is circulating the internet of what's supposed to be this very strange phenomena happening in the middle of the ocean. A couple of people inside of a boat captured it on camera. I'm going to show you guys the entire video. Some people are relating this to underwater volcanoes, but I'm not exactly sure if this is the case. I'm going to show you guys the video. You tell me what you think is going on here. Check this out. Pay attention. Look at the size of this thing. Look at this over here. What's going on here, guys? What is your take?
Don't you think it's strange how the internet took down all videos of NASA confirming the existence of aliens this week? Have you realized UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, start showing up whenever a country starts threatening another one with nuclear bombs or when they already in use? Since the war in Ukraine has began and more nuclear threats started popping out of Putin's and Joe's mouth, the more aliens have made themselves visible. NASA says that a solar storm will hit us in the next few months and will leave us without internet for months. Heard of Project Bluebeam? It's already began. Internet will be shut down for one of two reasons: a fake alien invasion or either a real one. NASA confirms that aliens are among us, and the Pentagon released footage of the Tic Tac UAP. Another strange thing is that SpaceX is designing a speedlight engine for humanity to go to Mars. What is a speedlight engine? An engine that allows you to travel at the speed of light, 3,000,000 kilometers per second, fast enough to go the moon in just 1 second. But the problem is going to that speed will create a time machine. But I'll explain that in another video. Since all these strange advanced things and nuclear threats has been going on around Earth, aliens have started popping up the more. Somewhere the higher up power on Earth that is in control of everything is planning something for every single one of us. But it's too soon to explain what will happen. If you want me to explain what this time machine is and where to look for UAPs, give a follow. Sooner or later, TikTok will remove this video. You don't have to share the video. Just inform everyone that something is going to happen and aliens definitely have something to do with it.